Let's talk about how to export photos from Lightroom so that you can submit them for an assignment. Once you have edited all of your photos that you will hand in for your assignment, you will go to the library in Lightroom and you will have a selection of thumbnails, and you need to select the thumbnails that you want to export for the assignment. So for assignment 1 in this class, you would export 5 photos. So I'm going to select 5 photographs. So I'm going to click on one. And if you hold down your Command key, or if you're on a Windows computer, the Control key, you can multiply select. And when a file is selected, you will notice that the frame around it turns to a lighter gray color. So I have my 5 files selected. And then you can either go to File Export, or there is a shortcut down at the lower left of the screen, Export. So we'll click on that. And then we have some options to set. Now this part is important, the Export To part. So you have a choice of hard drive or email. And even though you are emailing the photos for the assignment submission, you do need to save them in the hard drive option. If you use email, Lightroom does not successfully email to my email address, so do not do that. The files will be lost. So we select hard drive. You're going to choose specific folder, and then you're going to click choose. So specific folder from the drop down next to the word export to. And then we're going to choose that folder. So if you are using an external drive, you'll want to make a folder on that external drive. You can save it to the desktop of the computer that you're working on. Just be aware that it will be on that desktop. So if you're using a shared computer, you will not be able to take the files away with you, and they could be deleted. So I prefer to save to a hard drive. So I can click choose. I can choose my drive. So I've got a couple here to choose from. I'll choose this one. All right. I'll select that. And then I'm going to put it in a subfolder. And this is just a way of keeping the files organized so that I know my photos for the assignment, the final photos, the edited photos, are in that subfolder, that there's nothing else in that subfolder. So that will make a folder on your drive. Okay, and then file naming. Now, file naming and file sizing, you're being graded on. So you want to make sure that you have this exact. So you're going to click the box Rename To. From the drop-down menu, you're going to make sure that Custom Name X of Y is selected. You'll have a start number. I usually set that to 1. And then the custom text, this will be your file name. So you're going to choose your last name. So type your last name in. You can use an underscore or a dash, but you do want to put something there after your name, and then assignment, and whatever the number the assignment is. So I'm going to make these photos for assignment 1. So I'm going to write assignment 1. So your last name, a dash or underscore, assignment, and the assignment number, assignment 1 in this case. The start number will be 1. And what this will do when you choose custom name X of Y and you use your custom text, Lightroom will number each file. Since each file is going to have the same name, it will number it 1 through 5. Then file settings, you want to make sure that you choose JPEG. You can set the quality at about 80 or so. You want that on the higher end. Image sizing, again, you're being graded on this part, so you want to make sure you check Resize to Fit. From the drop-down menu, Long Edge is what you're going to choose. Pixels will be 1024, and resolution will be 72. So by selecting long edge, if I have a mix of vertical and horizontal images, the program will find the longer edge of those 2 different orientations and set the pixels at 1024. So I can export vertical and horizontal pictures all together because this will always size them correctly. 1024 pixels, 72 resolution. We won't do any sharpening. Now remember, I do want you to keep the metadata associated with your files, so you want to make sure all metadata is there. You don't have to do anything with watermark or post-processing. And then at this point, you can just export your files. You'll see that it's working up here, and that's it. You've exported your files for the assignment, and the next step is to follow the directions on Blackboard under assignment submissions for information on how to email them to me and what you should put in your subject line, because there is a specific title that you need to put in that subject line when you email those to me. So check on Blackboard under assignment submissions for that information.